Hello guys, from Britain's overseas territory. That's right, I'm in Gibraltar, aren't I? Um, I've just got here not that long ago. I'm still recovering from that horrible landing. If you haven't seen that, go check out the last video. But you might be saying, Max, this isn't Gibraltar. You literally stood in front of some water. Well, if I go to my right, there's the rock, if you don't believe me. And to my left is a lighthouse. So I thought I'd start at the bottom of Gibraltar, or shall I say the bottom of the rock. I'm not going to be walking up the rock itself. I don't have the agility for that. But I thought I'd start at the bottom of the island and work my way up towards the top for two reasons. One, this video is probably going to be split in two. I'm here for 2 days, and tomorrow the forecast isn't that brilliant. So I thought I'd come out here today, get it out of the way with. And second, the airport's at the top of the rock, alongside my hotel. So if it does start absolutely chucking it down tomorrow, then at least I can be local and retreat back into the hotel if the conditions become unbearable. So let's go explore, shall we? Don't you just love the smell of sea air? Nothing worse than when there's no pavement. I'm stuck on a roundabout as well. I wanted to go down there because I think there's what looks like a World War One or Two shelter down there, but it looks like I'm not going to be able to get to it. I'm certainly not going to run the risk of walking on the road for no one. I also don't have a map. Got on the bus, drove straight past the Tourist Information Centre, and the problem that I have, not that it's going to be a problem because I'm not going to make it a problem, I only have a return ticket. So, something that I want to do on the way back up to the south or the north, depends on how you look at it. I'm going to say the north, because if you look at it on the map, I'm at the bottom. When I get the bus back to there, eventually, do that, and then walk back to the hotel. I'm going to probably regret that, but I did clock a couple of nice things to film on the way down, so I'll probably do that rather than just drive straight past it. I mean, I've only been here a couple of hours, but Spain Gibraltar's quite a weird one because it's got the feel of Spain, obviously, you know, with it being attached to Spain, but then it's got the English feel as well, with it being obviously its territory. And they've also got Gibraltar pound. Now, Gibraltar pound, I don't quite get, because if you bring British currency over here, you can spend it. But don't tell me if I out of pavement. No. But I'm just going to stand here anyway. So, Gibraltar pound, you can spend over here, as well as Great British pound. But yet, when you go over to the UK, you can't spend Gibraltar pound. So if you're bringing cash over here, and you get Gibraltar money, don't expect to spend it in the UK, because you can't. And I think the same applies to Jersey as well. Something's telling me that applies to Jersey, but I don't know. I feel like I've kind of stumped myself being here at the bottom. I mean, Gibraltar's alright if you've got a car, because like from the hotel to here, it was about 23 minutes on the bus. I think it was like 16 minutes in the car. But for me to walk it would take a couple of hours. And some of it wasn't even pavement, it was road. So, what I've got listed to do, subject to the weather of course, some of it I might not be able to do, depends on if it's pavement. But I'm kind of distracted by that rock. Who knew that rocks could be so fascinating? Morning guys, it's the next day. So yesterday didn't go according to plan. What I didn't realise is that quite a lot of Gibraltar is uphill. It involves a lot of steps, and when I tried to get to where I wanted to go yesterday, I couldn't even get halfway before I was knackered. So I gave that up as a bad job, and I still aren't going back to it today. So what I did was I went into the tourist information area. The desk itself was closed, but where the desk was, that was still open, and they'd left maps out. So I got a map, and believe it or not, I'm back to studying. I thought these days were gone when I finished university, but obviously not. The plan for today isn't the best of plans because I've just checked the weather, and I don't know what it is with me and trips and rain, but obviously the rain likes following me. I could get the Netherlands because that was like sort of that time of year, but when I looked at Gibraltar, it says, well, according to Google, that there's less chance of rain this month. I think Google lied to me because I'm now going to be stuck in the hotel room until it dries up because I don't particularly want to be taking my camera out in the rain. It's not waterproof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for it to flare up. It could take quite a few hours, and then I'll think about going out. Luckily, I thought about this yesterday, and I went to Morrison's, which is about half an hour walk away from the hotel, and I got some supplies, so I'm fine for food and whatnot. It's the hotel only does breakfast. So, yeah. So I'm trying to early start and get all this done by lunchtime. I think it's going to be more the other way around. But I shall see you later on. Right guys, I'm going to finish this video up here. The rain's been against me pretty much all day, and I don't know how much footage I've got, or should I say how little footage I've got. Now, originally I did say that Gibraltar would be 2 videos, but because of the weather and because of the majority of what I wanted to do was A, uphill, and B, involves the nature reserve fee of £30, which I wasn't going to pay. That's obviously been scrapped, so therefore it's only one video. I feel like my trips have been quite annoying recently, in that there's not been a lot of content, the content's not been up to much, and everything else to go with it. But it's just that time of year, isn't it? You know, try and go anywhere, it's bound to rain, or something's bound to happen. So, I'm not going to tell you what the next one is, but I will tell you I will be back in the UK. Until then, bye for now.